Hi, how are you? I hope you're well, I hope you're having a good night. I hope you're looking forward to the Women's Euros. Here we are on the eve of the tournament being here in England. Before I go any further, can I please ask that you subscribe? Here I am begging for likes and begging for subscriptions. But you know, it makes things all the more worthwhile knowing that you guys are enjoying these videos. I can see that you're watching, I can see that you're liking, but please subscribe as well. I would greatly appreciate that. I've just seen the news about Alexia Putellas, the Spanish midfielder, one of the best goal scorers and talents over the last couple of years in women's football, plays for Barcelona. It's just been announced that it looks like she's ruled out of the Women's Euros. She was the star, she was the reason that Spain were the favourites to win. It looks like she's injured her ACL a night before the tournament starts. And it looks like she's now ruled out of the competition. Listen, I don't normally feel really that sad for players because I understand that they're going to be fine and they'll be supported, but I think Alexia Putellas is a generational talent. I think she's great for the women's game. I think she's an absolute machine, and I think she's a complete babe as well, if I'm being honest. And the idea of seeing her in real life playing at the Euros and knowing that we were going to get to see her on our home soil doing what she's capable of doing for her country is awful. That she's going to be ruled out of the tournament now. It is a year-long injury, an ACL, and this is just a bit sad, and it's also not great for the tournament as well because they're missing who is going to be the key player, a one to watch, who everybody is looking to see at this tournament. It's a shame. It's just popped up now, the breaking news on the eve of the tournament that Spanish international Alexia Putellas, the Ballon winner, will be ruled out because of an ACL injury the night before the tournament. That is the worst. That's got to be the worst news for her, and I'm sorry for her, but that is a shame. They were the favourites to win, as I was saying. Spain were the favourites to win this tournament. A lot of that came down to Alexia Putellas. Okay, I really feel for her. But England will be rubbing their hands together at this because they know that the Spanish side is massively weakened without her. Let's be real about that. I've just been watching the press conference from Leah Williamson and Sarina Weigman. Tonight, their final one before it all kicks off tomorrow at Old Trafford. The first game, of course, of the tournament is England against Austria. At the Theatre of Dreams. I was supposed to be heading up there today because I was going up for the next couple of days, and I had my actual suitcase at the front door ready to go, and one of my kids got sick, and I was like, really? Why would you do that? Why would you choose that timing? All okay, but nursery of course couldn't have them, so I'm deciding to head up tomorrow, which I thought I'd just sit down and use this opportunity to talk about the talking points ahead of the tournament kicking off tomorrow. So looking at the pre-match press conferences, Sarina Weigman and the captain Leah Williamson have been talking to the press. Sarina's still not finalised her starting 11. Do you believe that? The thing is, I actually could believe it. I think the talent and the strength and depth of the England squad is giving her a real issue. I imagine she's got the first 9 players sorted, and then there's a couple of places that she's still got massive question marks over. The focus at the moment seems to be defence, because Leah Williamson, who we often see, well, we only see in defence for Arsenal, who's had a very good season for her club, apparently feels more comfortable in defence, but we're starting to see in the midfield area under Sarina Weigman. She's been called up to the squad as a midfielder as well. She's a versatile player. I've quite enjoyed watching her in the midfield areas in the warm-up games. Apart from the last one there, we saw her back in defence, which they won 4-0 as well. So you can understand if you're Leah Williamson and you're captain on this side and you've had a good season in defence, you want to play the position that you're most comfortable with. And then you've got Sarina Weigman, who's won the Euros. She's made it to a World Cup final for the Netherlands, who wants to see her in the midfield and feels that she's stronger in the midfield. Well, what are you going to do? You know, if I'm a player, I like players who can adapt and be versatile and do as the manager wants. And if she wants to see her playing that midfield area, I can't understand why that would change now. I can't understand why the night before a tournament, Sarina Weigman would go, yeah, actually, I want her in defence. Obviously, she views it very differently. It's interesting to see how that's going to play out, but the focus is all about Leah Williamson in this competition, because she is getting to captain our country. Now, in the last major tournament, the World Cup, we only did see her play 6 minutes of football. It was under Phil Neville at the time. Sarina Weigman rates her, this country rates her, the fans love her. Now, I have to say, maybe I didn't quite see it as her being the natural fit to take the captaincy from Steph Houghton, because I still don't see her fully as that leader, that type leader. She doesn't captain Arsenal. Kim Little captains Arsenal in she does her talking on the pitch. She's one of the best you've ever seen. She's the most just professional person that you will ever come across as Kim Little. Leah Williamson seems to be ticking those boxes as well. Very professional. The fans love her. She represents on the pitch. She does a good job. But I have also seen her at times throw her hands up in the air when things go wrong for Arsenal, and I wonder if that happens with England when the pressure is really on. Will she do that? Will she react that way to her squad, which she cannot do? Then you've got the likes of Ellen White, who has been at many major tournaments, who's so experienced on the big stage and who knows how to deal under pressure. I think might have been the ideal fit. But Sarina Weigman, as we say, the proven winner, sees Leah Williamson is that person for her, and perhaps I am being a bit too rough thinking that I wanted it to be somebody else, but Leah Williamson has said today that pressure is a privilege. There's a lot of pressure on her, there's a lot of pressure on the team, but it's a privilege that she's there. People are asking, where is it you want to play? Do you want to play in defence and midfield? She's like, I just want to play. I want to play for England tomorrow. And I think that's a great attitude. I think the night before the tournament, when it could be so easy to snap or almost want to lose your cool at that question being asked, but where do you want to play? Where would you feel most comfortable? I think she's answered it really well. She wants to play for England. She wants to represent her country, and she'll play wherever she's played tomorrow and for the remainder of the tournament. Will it be mixed up throughout the tournament? I guess you have to wait and see. Injuries happen, things change. But it's exciting when you look at that England squad, just how many brilliant players they've got. For me, I would love it if the Netherlands were to win again, because I rate so many of the players so highly. Vivianne Miedema, we talk about her till we're blue in the face, but I want her still to be the household name of this tournament. I want young girls now in the UK to grow up loving Vivianne Miedema. She's a huge celebrity in Holland and the Netherlands. She's earned that right. She's such a key household name in women's football now. I still want that for her. Danielle van de Donk, Jackie Groningen. There's so many players. There's just so many talented players in that Netherlands squad that I can't see a way that they don't turn it round. After England thumped them, well they did, 5-1 in that game. I just, Bernstein, they've got so many brilliant stars in there, like Martins, that I can't see a world in which it doesn't turn round for the tournament. They had a World Cup qualifier as well, of course, there in that week, so perhaps their team weren't really fully into it. They also didn't start Danielle van de Donk and Vivianne Miedema anyway. They're going to start this tournament, you have no doubt about that. Going back to England, just my final word on it, like we say, they've got so many wide players and so many talented midfielders, and the defence is strong and the forwards are frightening. Look out for Alessia Russo, Manchester United player, just young. This is her first big call up to a major tournament, and her and Ella Toon being teammates. I just look at how relaxed they are going into this tournament and how they're not feeling the pressure, they're not scared, not worried about how things are going to go, and they're playing so well. And I really want that to continue throughout this tournament for the young players coming through, because they've got the likes of Lucy Bronze, Jill Scott, icons of the game, to help them just, be focused and not get too carried away with things. But they're going to be thrust into the spotlight the morning after the Austria game, if they win, and I'm sure they will. Look out for Northern Ireland. Come on, you girls in green. I'm representing you, okay? All the time. Half Irish. My nanny was from Northern Ireland. I think it's amazing that they're at this tournament. Yes, they're not expected to get out of the group, but let's see how they go on. They've got a hilarious manager in Kenny Shields who says women concede more goals because they're more emotional. The men, yes, that was him. We won't ever forget it, Kenny. But it's brilliant that they're there. Spain, like I say, Alexia Putellas ruled out now with an ACL injury the night before the tournament starts. This really weakens the Spain side, who are favourites to win this competition. I bet you England are a little bit delighted about that. Not delighted for an injury, of course, not like that, but just feeling that, okay, we've got even more of a chance now. The Euro starts tomorrow. I hope you've got your tickets. I hope you're invested. I hope you're going to get into it. I hope you're just going to enjoy the entertainment factor. Let's not talk about standard. Let's not focus on they shouldn't be there because they're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy women being on the stage that deserve. Let's enjoy how it's going to change after that as well. And if you've got a daughter or a young girl relative who wants to get into women's football and is thinking about it now, this is only going to change their mind. That's it. It's going to dominate your life now. And that's exciting. That is very, very exciting. You're going to love women's football as well. If you've never been to a game and you're starting to venture out to a women's football game for the Euros, you're going to have the best time. It's the best atmosphere, the best fans, and the best quality, in my opinion, as well. Like I say, I'm going to be reviewing all of the games, as many as I possibly can. I'm working for TalkSport, I'm working for Talk TV, I'm working for Sky Sports, I'm doing lots of different things, and for 90 min across the tournament as well, but I'm going to try and commit as much as I can to this, and hopefully we can chat, leave comments, let me know what your thoughts are, let me know who you want me to focus on or what you want to hear more about, and I'll do the best I can for you. And enjoy your time, enjoy the Euros. Merry Christmas.